I was young and pretty much I think I was always after some kind of like social acceptance, and a lot of my desires were really based around having friends and feeling fulfilled in friendships in a lot of ways. I think that I had a lot of relationships that I probably just kind of took advantage of to try to get emotional reactions out of people. While I didn't really do a lot, like I never did drugs, never, had this like whole sexual experience. I was always extremely depressed, and kind of would just act out of that, and so would do anything just to feel valued, if it's like cussing or something at school, or just like would say whatever needed to be said or put on whatever face I needed to put on, just to be accepted. The weird thing about my story, I think, is that I was going to church just to have like a community for like almost a year. And so I was kind of around a lot of scripture. My parents were going to church at the time, so I asked them if they would come with me and take me with them to church. And so I was just in a community, and the only thing that really mattered to me was that the people there, they loved me for who I was, which I hadn't really experienced in another area of my life. And so I think, honestly, hearing over and over again that like Jesus brings salvation from like pain and from a lot of the depressed thoughts that I was feeling, and like that there might be, this could be a chance to really get out of this kind of stuff, made the thought of Jesus seem super attractive. The night I met Jesus, I was home. It was like a normal Wednesday night. I was a middle schooler, and I was just laying on my bed about to go to sleep, and all these thoughts rushing through my mind, and I was like, well, I don't really know, like I've heard about prayer, it seems kind of weird to me, but I don't know how this works, and like I remember specifically like hearing scripture tell me to like say something out loud, and so just like out loud I was like, all right, God, I don't even know if you're real or not, but I'm gonna just choose to do things your way. You're gonna have to show me how that is, and then if it doesn't work out, then I guess that's whatever, but I guess this is my accepting Jesus thing that I'd heard about, is kind of what I was saying. And then from there on, depression was a thing of the past almost instantly for me. I had value and worth that I learned more every day. My high school experience was very much not necessarily being like a popular kid, but just like being well known. And it was weird because it was like usually culture will put people like Christians that do evangelism as like the weirdos in the school, but that kind of wasn't the case. It was like, oh, Jay just really he goes to church and just really loves Jesus, and so got to do a lot of like hands-on ministry, which eventually led into me leading worship at my church as a high schooler and like leading Sundays, and got me into kind of the creative part of ministry that I'm in today. I think if I had to say to somebody who was at least just wondering what it's like knowing God, knowing Jesus, and being in that like relationship, I would just say, like, give it a shot and see if life is better afterwards. I think that it will be, and yeah, just give it a chance. My name is Jay Miller, and this is my testimony.